When you think of elegance, intelligence, and mastery of the beautiful game, one name rises above the rest: Andrea Pirlo. The Italian maestro, known for his calm demeanor and effortless precision, wasn't just a player. He was the definition of a footballing architect. You look at the way he glided around the pitch, orchestrating the game from deep midfield, and you can't help but feel like you're watching a conductor leading a symphony. Pirlo didn't need to run fast or dribble through defenders to command the game. He did it with his mind, with his vision, and with that silky first touch. A true legend in every sense of the word. Pirlo's rise to football glory wasn't an overnight success. Early in his career at Inter Milan, Pirlo struggled to find his place. He was a creative player, but the club couldn't quite figure out where to put him. It wasn't until his move to AC Milan, under the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti, that everything clicked. Ancelotti had the brilliant idea of deploying Pirlo in a deep-lying playmaker role, allowing him to dictate the tempo from the back. That move changed everything, not just for Pirlo, but for the modern game itself. From that position, Pirlo could survey the entire pitch like a general commanding his troops, and once he had the ball at his feet, well, the game was on his terms. Milan was where Pirlo became Pirlo. Over a decade with the Rossoneri, Pirlo won everything there was to win at the club level. 2 Champions League titles, 2 Serie A titles, and a slew of other domestic and international trophies. But what really set him apart was his ability to control matches on the biggest stages. Take the 2005 Champions League final against Liverpool, the infamous Istanbul game. Sure, Milan lost in dramatic fashion, but for the first 45 minutes, Pirlo had that game in the palm of his hand. His passing, his vision, the way he shifted the ball from one side to the other, it was a masterclass in how to dominate a midfield. Even when Milan eventually lost, Pirlo's influence was undeniable. Of course, one of Pirlo's crowning achievements came in 2006 when he helped Italy lift the World Cup. It was in that tournament that Pirlo truly showed the world what he was capable of on the international stage. In the final against France, Pirlo was arguably the best player on the pitch. His pinpoint passing and composure helped guide Italy to a dramatic victory. And let's not forget his coolness in the penalty shootout. Pirlo took the first penalty, calmly slotting it home like he was playing in a Sunday league match. That's what made him special. No matter the pressure, no matter the stakes, Pirlo was always unflappable. But if you really want to talk about Pirlo's genius, you can't ignore his set pieces. Free kicks in particular were Pirlo's personal playground. His technique was unlike anyone else. He had this ability to make the ball float, dip, and curl in ways that defied logic. It wasn't about power, it was about finesse, about reading the moment. One of his most iconic goals came in the 2014 World Cup when he almost scored from an outrageous free kick against England. The ball crashed off the bar, leaving everyone stunned. And even though it didn't go in, it was a reminder of Pirlo's unique brilliance. He had a knack for making the impossible seem possible. When he made the move to Juventus in 2011, many thought his best days were behind him. How wrong they were! Pirlo's time at Juve was nothing short of spectacular. He led the club to 4 consecutive Serie A titles, revitalizing his career and proving that age was just a number. At Juve, Pirlo was like a fine wine, getting better with time. And it wasn't just about the trophies. Pirlo brought a sense of calm and intelligence to Juve's midfield, guiding them back to the top of Italian football. What made Pirlo so unique, in my opinion, was his ability to simplify the game. He didn't need fancy tricks or blistering pace. He made the game look easy with just a simple touch, a perfectly weighted pass, or a perfectly timed interception. And that's why he's still revered today. Modern football is often about speed and physicality, but Pirlo showed that intelligence and technique could always triumph. Watching him play was like watching an artist at work. Everything was deliberate, everything was calculated, and everything had purpose. After hanging up his boots in 2017, Pirlo's legacy was already cemented. But he didn't stop there. He went on to take over as Juventus's manager, albeit with mixed results. But here's the thing, Pirlo will always be remembered as one of the greatest midfielders to ever play the game, regardless of his managerial career. His influence on football, especially in that deep-lying playmaker role, is undeniable. You look at players like Xavi, Luka Modric, and even today's top midfielders like Toni Kroos, and you can see the Pirlo blueprint all over their game. When you think of elegance, intelligence, and mastery of the beautiful game, one name rises above the rest: Andrea Pirlo. The Italian maestro, known for his calm demeanor and effortless precision, wasn't just a player. He was the definition of a footballing architect. You look at the way he glided around the pitch, orchestrating the game from deep midfield, and you can't help but feel like you're watching a conductor leading a symphony. Pirlo didn't need to run fast or dribble through defenders to command the game. He did it with his mind, with his vision, and with that silky first touch. A true legend in every sense of the word.